Hey there folks, Thom Rigsby from thomrigsby.com. We're wrapping up a week talking about mindset. Today it's about focus. Focus. How can you use your focus to improve your business? Stay tuned. 7 minutes in the morning is coming right up. Hey there folks, good morning and welcome. This is 7 minutes in the morning. It's your daily dose from me, your business coach. My name is Thom Rigsby, and this week we've been talking about the power of mindset and how it can create success for you in your life and in your business. Today I want to talk to you about focus, and we touched on this a little bit on Monday, but I really want to kind of peel this part of the onion back today. Focus is one of those things that has a tremendous amount of power, right? The things that we think about on a consistent basis, day in and day out, tend to manifest themselves. If I think about, let's just say I'm employed, and I think about getting laid off, and every day I worry that I'm going to get laid off, and I'm so worried about getting laid off that my work begins to suffer. And then when the time comes to let people go, guess who's on the list? And the alternative, if you know that something like that is coming up, and instead of worrying, oh, am I going to be on the list, am I going to get laid off, start thinking about the opportunities that that change will create and some of the things that you will be able to do as a result. Then start doing them. Then when the day comes, instead of looking at you and thinking, well, you know, Tom's work has kind of suffered, so maybe he's a good candidate, they'll look at you and think, wow, he's really been putting out lately. He's one we need to keep around. And the only difference is the way that you thought about it. What you focused on manifested itself. Some people call this a self-fulfilling prophecy. Think about it in a relationship perspective, right? If you get into a new romantic relationship and you have been in some bad ones before, and because of that you think, well, you know, this guy's just going to hurt me, and so you don't open up and you don't create a deep relationship. And then because the relationship doesn't get very deep, it's very brittle and can break, and then it does break, and then you break up and you say, see, I told you this wasn't going to work out. You created this self-fulfilling prophecy because of what you focused on. Now, let's talk about how this applies to you and your business, right? Every day, you have to come in and do certain tasks. You focus on those, and you need to focus on them to get them done. I understand that, and I agree. And we've talked about this before. Once you have mastered a particular set of tasks that you need to do, then it's time to give them to somebody else for them to master so that you can work on a different part of the business, right? But while you're doing that, focus on that one thing. Some people say, and I've kind of adopted this too, that focus is an acronym, right? Follow one course until successful, right? Now, sometimes that course leads you over the cliff, so you do need to turn left or right every once in a while. But it is true that what you think about, what you focus on, those things tend to manifest themselves. So let's look at your business. If you think about what it takes to be successful, well, I need 10 new customers this month, okay? And every day you get up and you think, this month I need to get 10 new customers. And you spend just 10 minutes a day. I'm not talking about an hour. I'm not talking about a whole workout. I'm not talking about a whole walk. I'm talking about 10 minutes every day. You get up, have your glass of water, maybe pour yourself a cup of coffee, you go sit in a nice quiet place, and for 10 minutes you think, what can I do to get 10 new customers this month? Right? Every day you do that, right? And really every day. Well, let's just say 6 days a week. That keeps the math easy. At the end of the month, you will have thought about how to get 10 new customers for 4 hours. 4 hours. You think if you think about a problem for 4 hours, you might be able to work out a solution, come up with some new ideas? I think so. Now, combine that with some of the other things we talked about this week. Take the first 10 minutes to think about, how can I get new customers? Take the next 20 minutes to listen to a book. Now you've spent 30 minutes, you've been a continuous learner, you've focused on a problem. Now get up and create change. For the next 30 minutes, create some change, create some differentiation between you and your competition. Create some change in the life of your customer or how you do business. Because remember, it's that change that creates margin and profits for you. All right? This is just one way how mindset can be so powerful for you and your business. Just by focusing on a problem for 10 minutes, that's 10 minutes a day. That gives you 4 hours a month, and you will build a better business by doing that. All right, so I'd love to hear back from you what you thought about this week's series on mindset. It's something that's a little more touchy-feely. It's less tactical information is what we usually talk about here. But it's very important. It's the kind of thing that can have a huge impact for zero cost. Most of you are looking for that zero cost towards success. If you create, let's go back and talk last week about last week's vision, right? If we create a vision and I think about how to achieve that vision for just 10 minutes a day, that's 4 hours a month. You think you can come up with some great ideas in 4 hours a month? I bet you can. All right? Anyway, send me that email, tom@thomrigsby.com. Love to hear what you think about it, if it's been too foo-fooey for you, or if this is real, effective, actionable information for you. It is Friday also, and so as I say on every Friday, and like to remind you, if you're not working this weekend, please be sure to get some rest and spend some time in those important relationships that you have. If you are working, I hope it's profitable for you and worth the time that you invest in it. I'll be back on Monday with a brand new series. Until then, my name is Thom Rigsby, and I'm your business coach.